Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on AWS Backup. So what is AWS Backup? AWS Backup is a comprehensive managed service that simplifies data protection across various AWS services, both in the cloud and on-premises. With AWS Backup, you can centralize and manage your data protection processes, managing all your backups from a single location. The service allows you to set up backup policies and monitor the backup activity for your AWS resources in one convenient place. AWS Backup helps you automate and consolidate backup tasks that were previously performed individually for each services, streamlining your data protection efforts. By using AWS Backup, you can eliminate the need to create custom scripts and perform manual processes, saving you time and reducing the risk of errors. The AWS Backup console makes it easy to automate your data protection policies and schedules with just a few clicks. To meet centralized end-to-end business and regulatory compliance requirements, it is recommended to start using AWS Backup today, as it does not govern backups taken outside of the services. So we'll see the features. So one is centralized backup management, policy-based backup, tag-based backup policies, lifecycle management policies, cross-region backup, cross-account management and cross-account backup, auditing and reporting with AWS Backup Audit Manager, incremental backups, full AWS backup management, backup activity monitoring, and secure your data in backup vault. So I will be covering all these features one by one. First, centralized backup management. AWS Backup provides a centralized console to manage backups across your AWS services your applications use. In addition to the console, AWS Backup offers a set of backup APIs and integrates with AWS command line CLI interface for managing backups. With AWS Backup, you can centrally manage backup policies that meet your specific backup requirements. You can apply the backup policies to your AWS resources across various AWS services, enabling consistent and compliant backups of your application data. The AWS Backup Centralized Console provides a consolidated view of your backups and backup activity logs. The consolidated view makes it easier to audit your backups and ensure compliance with your organization's requirements. Next is policy-based backup. With AWS Backup, you can create backup policies known as backup plans to define your backup requirements. Use these backup plans to specify your backup needs and requirements. You can then apply the backup plans to AWS resources you want to protect across the various AWS services you utilize. You have the flexibility to create separate backup plans, each meeting specific business and regulatory compliance requirements. This approach helps ensure that each resource is backed up according to your defined requirements. Backup plans make it easy to enforce your backup strategy consistently across your entire organization. You can also enforce your backup strategy across your applications in a scalable manner using backup plans. Next is tag-based backup policies in AWS Backup. You can use AWS Backup to apply backup plans to your AWS resources in various ways, including tagging them. Tagging makes it easier to implement your backup strategy consistently across all your applications. By using tags, you can ensure that all your AWS resources are backed up and protected. AWS tags provide a great way to organize and classify your AWS resources. Integration with AWS tags enable you to quickly apply a backup plan to a group of AWS resources. By applying backup plans to tagged resources, you can ensure that they are backed up in a consistent and compliant manner. Next is lifecycle management policies. AWS Backup enables you to meet compliance requirements while minimizing backup storage cost by storing backups in a low-cost cold storage tier. You can configure lifecycle policies that automatically transition backups from warm storage to cold storage according to a schedule that you define. Next is cross-region backup. Using AWS Backup, you can copy backups to multiple different AWS regions on demand or automatically as part of a scheduled backup plan. Cross-region backup is particularly valuable if you have business continuity or compliance requirements to store backups a minimum distance away from your production data. Next topic, cross-account management and cross-account backup. You can use AWS Backup to manage your backups across all AWS accounts inside your AWS organization structure. With cross-account management, you can automatically use backup policies to apply backup plans across the AWS accounts within your organization. This makes compliance and data protection efficient at scale and reduces operational overhead. It also helps eliminate manually duplicating backup plans across individual accounts. You can also copy backups to multiple different AWS accounts inside your AWS organization management structure. This way, you can fan in backups to a single repository account, then fan out backups for greater resilience. Okay, next feature is auditing and reporting with AWS Backup Audit Manager. AWS Backup Audit Manager helps you simplify data governance and compliance management of your backups across AWS. AWS Backup Audit Manager provides built-in customizable controls that you can align with your organizational requirements. You can also use these controls to automatically track your backup activities and resources. AWS Backup Audit Manager can help you locate specific activities and resources that are not yet compliant with the controls that you have defined. It also generates daily reports that you can use to demonstrate evidence of compliance with your controls over time. To include your backup compliance alongside your overall compliance posture, you can automatically import AWS Backup Audit Manager findings into AWS Audit Manager. Next feature is incremental backups. AWS Backup efficiently stores your periodic backups incrementally. The first backup of an AWS resource backs up a full copy of your data. For each successive incremental backup, only the changes to your AWS resources are backed up. Incremental backups enable you to benefit from the data protection of frequent backups while minimizing storage cost. Okay, next feature is benefits of full AWS backup management. So this is full AWS backup management. AWS Backup automatically encrypts your backup using the key management services KMS key of your AWS Backup Vault, providing an additional layer of defense separate from your source resources encryption key. Backup ARNs start with something like ARN:AWS: backup instead of ARN:AWS: source resource. So there is a slight difference, which allows you to create access policies that apply specifically to backups and not the source resources. So because we are using Amazon resource names, so because they have separate namespace, so it's easier to create access policies, which helps much better control. Charges for AWS Backup, which includes storage, data transfer, restores, and early deletion, appear under backup in your Amazon Web Services bill, rather than being scattered under each supported resource. You can use Cost Explorer cost allocation tags to track and optimize your backup cost, helping you better manage your backup expenses. Okay, next feature is backup activity monitoring with AWS Backup. AWS Backup provides a dashboard that simplifies auditing backup and restore activity across AWS services. With just a few clicks on the AWS Backup console, you can view the status of your recent backup jobs. You can also restore jobs across AWS services to ensure that your AWS resources are properly protected. AWS Backup integrates with Amazon CloudWatch, allowing you to track metrics and create alarms, and Amazon EventBridge, enabling you to view and monitor AWS Backup events. AWS Backup integrates with AWS CloudTrail, which provides a consolidated view of backup activity logs, making it quick and easy to audit how your resources are backed up. AWS Backup also integrates with Amazon Simple Notification Service (SNS), providing you with backup activity notifications such as when a backup succeeds or restore has been initiated. Okay, next feature is secure your data in AWS Backup vaults. The content of each backup is immutable, meaning that no one can alter that content, ensuring the integrity of your backups. AWS Backup further secures your backups in backup vaults, which separates them safely from their source instance. For example, your vault will retain your Amazon EC2 and Amazon EBS backups according to the lifecycle policy you have defined. Even if you delete the source Amazon EC2 instance and Amazon EBS volume, backup vaults offer encryption and resource-based access policies that let you define who has access to your backups. You can define access policies for a backup vault that specify who has access to the backups within that vault and what actions they can take, which provides a simple and secure way to control access to your backups across AWS services. You can use AWS Backup Vault Lock. So there's something called as AWS Backup Vault Lock to prevent anyone, including yourself, from deleting backups or altering their retention period, which adds another layer of defense to your defense in-depth security strategy. AWS Backup Vault Lock helps you enforce a write once, read many, which is called as a WORM model, write once, read many, ensuring that your backups remain unaltered and secure. And that's all. Thanks for watching.